Guys, Deluded Goon on YouTube's N'Golo Kante, the best YouTuber at this. Q&A, why did I try to hold it like that? Q&A there, of course. Thank you for the questions. I got so many questions and so much enthusiastic feedback from you guys. I thought let me break it into two vids, give you guys a breather, let your attention span be able to stay with the thing. So let's get into it, man. If I've missed you out, get in the comments with the questions again. Apologies, but let's crack on, man. At Bobby Bob, what are your thoughts on? That's a good name. What are your thoughts on Celtics? Dembele. I rate him. I like him a lot. I mean, he's proven he can score goals in the Championship. He's proven he can score goals in Scotland. He's proven he can score goals at youth level. He's someone that's shown he can score goals. He loves a free transfer, don't he? But I think he was a free transfer from PSG to Fulham and then to Celtic. Correct me if I'm wrong. Obviously, there's a compensation fee, but yeah, he's someone I like a lot. I got a lot of time for, man. Allegedly, he was even meant to be called up into the France squad. I saw L'Equipe and all them. I hope I've said them right. All them outlets saying he'd get called up. For me, needs to be playing in the top league, whether that's Prem, whether that's Spain, whether that's France, Italy, whatever. He needs to be playing in the top 5 leagues, really, before anyone really takes a chance on him, because they're going to look at it as that, yes, he's bagged in the Championship and he's bagged goals in Scotland, but no disrespect to either league. Premier League, La Liga, all these leagues are a different ball game, and when you look at the prices, people saying 40, 50 million, are you really going to take a price on someone that's moving like that? I don't think you are. Does his thing in Champs, but yeah, you get where I'm going. But I like him as a footballer, and I don't think he's going to be at Celtic long, because surely sooner or later someone's got to realise his quality. He's too good to be at Celtic. Let me move. So yeah, at Jack Lyle, what are your thoughts on Coquelin arguing with fans at the end of the game? I think this was in regards to Thursday's Europa League. In regards to that, context is needed. I don't know why, if they were actually arguing, whatever was happening. But on one hand, I'm happy for it, because it's nice to see that players care and you get some sort of emotion and the fans can kind of see something, because all these players seem to live in a bubble. But on the other hand, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that from either party. It's a bit handbaggy, really. So I hope that answers your question. You got another one. Wenger said recently he takes defeat badly and isolates himself. What do you do after defeat and how do you get over it? Well, I can't say everything in this vid. I mean, people watch this. I mean, I'll get some serious trouble if I told you exactly what I do after a defeat. But I tend to watch the game again. I watch the game again from a non-emotional point of view. I look, because obviously when you watch a game again, you see different things. You can see who's moving, who's doing certain things. You can look at us positioning wise and things like that. So I tend to do that. I tend to switch off, man. Just accept it. Just switch off and just move on. Maybe just cool off. Eat, get something to eat. Just watch other games and start looking at documentaries. Just do anything really. But 9 times out of 10, I never get away from a defeat. It's always playing in my head. Like, I'll still be thinking about this Manchester City defeat next weekend. I still think about Everton and Manchester City last year. So I don't think you ever get away from it, bro. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. At Inferno, what do you think of Jorginho of Napoli? Well, to plug my other video, just type in Deluded Goon and Jorginho, you'll see my full thoughts. But I like him. He's a player that Arsenal have long scouted, so I don't think they feel him like that. He's a player I would love at Arsenal, man. You saw him against City, played decent. I would love him at Arsenal. We need that sort of skill set. Tug of war between Italy and Brazil. I think Italy have actually called him up to their full squad, so if he plays, Brazil have to close that door. But he's someone I got a lot of time for. Next question. At Beastly Jabs 66. Thoughts on Lacazette so far? I got a lot of time for Lacazette. He's still adjusting to the physicality of the Prem. He needs to be a bit more robust, develop the engine a bit. But I've been impressed. He's a better footballer than I thought he would be. He can improve in scoring, but he looks like he's a confident lad. He's scoring goals. He's getting involved with the link-up plays, throwing his body around. People say he's not strong. If you look at it, he moved Shawcross against Stoke. He's throwing himself around. So I think he's going to be a success in the Premier League. To be a success and to be what we paid him for, he's got to get 20 goals consistently. This year, if he can give me 16 to 18 because his first year, allow him. But past that, yeah, I'm happy with the signing, man. He's not the quickest, but it's nice to see pace in behind. And you saw him come off the bench and bag today. It's hard when you're getting dropped in the big games and you're not playing in Europe. I know it's Europa League, but you're not playing in that, so you can't really stack paddle and things, and you're not being allowed to complete 90 minutes. It's hard. But I like him, man, and he's integrated very well. And yeah, man, I like him. I got a lot of time for him. Do you think Arsenal need a Nzonzi type next summer? Yes. Now, because he's big in black paws, a lot of people will think that Nzonzi is this destroyer, this tough tackling. In some regards, he is. Don't get me wrong, he's aggressive. He can put a foot in, he can win a tackle. But his strengths, why I like him, because he can do that. But his main strengths is ball playing. He's technically very good. He can pick out a pass. He can bring the ball forward. I can't understand why he hasn't been at this club. Wenger wanted him from his Blackburn days. He's French. He ticks all the boxes. Maybe his attitude or whatever. But he went to Stoke and he hasn't looked back since. I stop letting off them fireworks, man. Putting me off. But yeah, I would take Nzonzi. So if that's what you're saying, that robustness with the technical quality, that's the sort of midfielder you're asking me. Of course, bro. Do you think Maitland-Niles and Reece Nelson playing fullback will kill their confidence? In the short term, no. Nelson's got to be buzzing just to be playing. It's helping him defensively. He's actually spoken on that. Obviously, within the next couple games to a year or so, he needs to be playing further forward. Maitland-Niles, ultimately, you're playing football matches. You're getting experience at the top level, so I don't think short term it will hurt their confidence. Long term, of course, if they're shoehorned and the fans are getting on their back and in a position that's not actually theirs, of course it will hurt. But right now, it's just serving their education. I think more so Nelson can afford to play there right now because he's 17. Then Maitland-Niles, he's a bit older. He needs to really get moved inside. I want to see what he can do inside in the midfield, especially when Coquelin and these players are in poor form. So I hope that answers your question. I don't think it will. Yeah, man. So yeah, I think that's all your questions. So yeah, man. At Reece Nelson _61. Last player that got you out of your seat every week. It's got to be Alexis Sanchez's debut season, man. I mean, I've calmed it down with going to the Emirates because it's not worth it. But them days there, I was spending money I really shouldn't have just to go and see him, man. He really made me believe in this thing again. So Alexis Sanchez, to answer that question. Do you think Santi Cazorla is finished? I never want to say he's finished. I want to see him fight back. I want to see him play again before. I don't want to see him retire. But you've got to say it isn't looking well. And if, like I told you guys, we need to sign a midfielder. That contract was clearly just to keep his headspace right, help keep him going, keep him motivated, and he has got a resolute and strong character, so I do think he'll be back playing. So I don't necessarily think he's finished, but can we count on him? I'd say no. So while I like him to go and get back into fitness, with his contract, I swear he's got a year left or so or whatever, it's hard to see it being a success here, and it's looking like the end, to be honest with you. So I rarely sit on the fence, but I'd probably say he is finished here, to be honest with you. I hope not, but it doesn't look great. So, yeah, he is finished, to answer that question. I think you have... Well, no, that's you done. Lastly, at Bashir Ahmed, K. Ahmed, forgive me if I've said your name wrong. Combined 11 of the 4 teams in action on Sunday. Obviously, he's speaking about Manchester City, United, Arsenal, and Chelsea. I've actually got it written down here. I've went with... tried a 3-4-3 to be honest. Tried a weird one. I've got De Gea in goal, Christensen, Koscielny, and Bailly at the back. Hazard on the right, because Lesniak's on the left. Those of you that want to be technical and say there's no balance, because Lesniak can clear, he's a left wing back, he can fill in, and that will actually be a 4, freeing up Hazard in some sort of 10 role if you want to be technical and try and get at Delu de Guna like I don't know my thing. But yeah, them two in the middle. I'm saying Pogba if fit, like if you're talking if fit overall, or David Silva now. I'm saying Kevin De Bruyne next to them, to be honest with you. And up front, I'm going with Alexis, Sergio Aguero, and Morata. So to say that again, I've got De Gea in goal, Christensen of Chelsea at centre-half, Koscielny at centre-half, Bailly at centre-half. Right back, I've got Hazard. Left back, Lesniak. Central midfield, David Silva / Pogba in brackets if fit. Kevin De Bruyne at central in the central midfield as well. Front 3 options of Alexis on the right, big man Sergio through the middle, Morata on the right hand side. Obviously they can all interchange and whatever. So yeah, guys, Delu de Guna, that's the second part of my Q&As. Get in the comments with some more Q&A questions and things like that. I know we got international break next week, so I don't think there's any Premier League fixtures. So that means more questions. Without you, I'm nothing. Ultimately, I wouldn't be doing this if you guys weren't subscribed and weren't watching. So for that, I thank you guys. And on that note, BG, I'm signing out. I need a drink.